Tammy the Tutor, and today we're going to talk about blood types. I got a message that says, Tammy, I am type A. My husband is type O. What will our kids be? Well, we're going to talk about the different possibilities that your kids could be and why. Now, I'm not going to go into the whole medical part of it. We're just going to kind of simplify this so that you can kind of have a general idea of how to figure out what are the possibilities that my kids could be and what are the possibilities my kids can't be, okay? So I want to work with just 3 letters, A, B, and O. You hear people talk all the time about, well, I am A blood type, or I'm AB blood type, or I'm B blood type, or universal, I'm O. I'm always getting called by the blood bank. Okay, blood typing is fairly simple, or being able to figure out what your kids would be. Basically, each person has what's called alleles. They have 2 alleles that help determine your blood type. Alleles are basically, just to simplify it, they are a shared location, 2 different traits that are shared location on the chromosome, okay? So things like hair color, you can little mix here, you got brown, blonde, red, little mix, eye color, whether you have hair in your ears when you get older, that sort of thing. They're traits or variant traits that are shared on the same spot on the chromosome, okay? So for blood type, to be an A, you can be 2 different things. Either you are an A, as your 2 alleles, or you can be an AO, okay? Now, basically, if you look at it this way, if you're an AO, let's start with this one. If you're an AO, well, you're still going to be classified as an A person, okay? Well, take pepperoni pizza, for example. If you have pepperoni pizza, you have a pizza, it's got pepperoni on it, okay? Let's say those are your A's. An AA is a pepperoni pizza with double the amount of pepperoni. Okay, I hope that makes sense. You either have a single amount of pepperoni or you have a double amount of pepperoni, but it's still a pepperoni pizza. All right, so this person is still an A blood type. All right, same thing with B. You have B, your 2 alleles, or you have B, O. And if you have BO, you probably should go take a shower. No, I'm just kidding. Same thing. You have double bacon pizza or a single bacon pizza. It's still a bacon pizza, okay? This person will still show either way as B blood type, all right? For an AB person, well, you only have 2 alleles and you have an A and a B. So you can be an A and a B, or you can have an A and a B. Kind of figured that one out. For O, you can have O and O. All right? So you have pepperoni and bacon pizza, AB, or you have nothing. You got pizza. Okay? Because if this was an A, well, you'd be an A. You wouldn't be an O. No mo O. Okay? So, O people are OO. All right? Basically, on your red cell, you have the antigens A, B, for the B person, AB, or none. Okay? So, this is the breakup, or the breakdown of the different classifications and what you can carry on your chromosome and what will show up. So I'm going to erase this here, and we're going to use a little group of squares called punnett squares. All right, punnett squares is a real neat way of getting comparing or combining the alleles to get percentages of the outcome of basically different situations. In this case, we're going to do it for blood type. It can be used for a variety of different options. Let me get rid of all of this and I'll show you what we're talking about. People who like punnett squares, well, they'll call them punnett squares. People who don't like punnett squares, they're likely to call them pungent because they don't like them. All right, just kidding. Punnett, P-U-N-N-E-T-T, okay? Punnett squares. So they're really easy. You make a square, little square here, and then you divide it this direction, and you divide it this direction, okay? This is a punnett square. I know it looks like one giant square that's been separated. You're right, it is. So let's say you have one parent that's an A and you have another parent that's an A. See, this is really complicated. So let's say on their genes or on their chromosome, they have this A. In other words, double pepperoni pizza. The other parent, A. Another double pepperoni pizza. Okay, let's say these two people get together. What can their offspring be? Well, this person can pass an A. This person passes an A. If they send this allele, well, that's still an A. And this person passed the same allele A, you have A. Kind of getting the gist? This one here and that one there. Same thing, this allele here, this allele here. Well, you know what? 100% of their kids are going to be type A. Now, I'm not going to get into positive, negative yet. I'll explain that later. All their kids are going to be AAs. Why? Because the two parents, well, that's the only thing they could pass. That's it. All right, so let's try this with a different option. All right, let's get rid of these here. And let's say, all right, you have this parent is an AA. This one is an AO. Double pepperoni pizza, single pepperoni pizza, okay? So let's use our square. Here is passed the one allele, and this allele is passed by this parent. So you have an allele passed here and an allele passed there. All right, same thing, A, O. All right, all the kids will show an A type blood type, but 50% of them have the possibility of passing an O to their offspring, okay? Now, does the O show? No. The O does not show because the A is what's going to show on the test, all right? Now, you don't always know that you have an O unless, let's do this here. Now, all of a sudden, if there's an O here, this allele's passed, this allele's passed, you have an AA. This allele and this allele, you have an AO. This allele in there, again, you have AO. But watch this. If both of these pass an O, you can end up with a child that is O, okay? if both parents are A and they find out that their child is an O, don't get mad at the milkman, all right? Just understand that the scenario exists that both parents have a O, all right? One parent passed the O and the other parent passed an O. So you will have the possibility of having 25% chance of having a child with O blood type, all right? Let's try another one. Let's get rid of all of this. I really need a different eraser, don't I? Okay. Now this scenario is exactly the same if these are B's. Okay? So if you have, we'll just erase all of this. So if you have a person that's B, B, and B, O, work that out, this here and here, you have an offspring of BB. Here and here, again, you have an offspring of BB. This one you have an offspring of BO. This one also BO. Okay? Same situation. Now, if this person, again, was also BO, then yes, you have the possibility of having a child that is O. All right? That doesn't change. Okay? Because they have each parent passes one allele to the offspring. All right? So there's one parent, another parent. If this one passes the O, this one passes the O, yes, you have a 25% chance of having an offspring that is an O. Okay? Now, remember there's only two alleles. So let's erase these and let's do a different scenario. Like I said, I need a bigger eraser. That was tiny. All right. Let's say you have a parent, like in the recording, the one parent is O, all right, and the female is A, all right. We have A, O, A, O, A, O, and A, O. All of their offspring is going to show that their blood type is type A. But understand, any of these offspring can pass on an O instead of the A. All right, so that if this one here is a O, well, that changes, that changes. So you have 50% chance of having a child that is blood type O. Here and here, you get your 50%. Okay? So 50% A, 50% O. All right? Let's keep going here. Let's see if we can make this a little more complicating. Let's see what happens if you have an A, B person and you have an A, O. All right, let's see what kind of offspring you can have. You cross here and here, you have an AA. I have no idea what color I have in my hand. All right, you have an AA, you have an AB. This one can be an A-O. This one can be a B-O. How about that? So you can have two kids that will show up as blood type A. You have 25% chance of a child being AB. And you have 25% chance of having a child that is blood type B. That's what's going to show. All right. So if you have a B, well, here you have AA, AB. You have AB, and you have BB. All right, so you cross this one and this one, this one and this one, this one and this one, this one and this one. So now you have 25% chance of having a child that is AA, 50% chance of having a child that is AB, and 25% chance of having a child that is BB. Now, here's the deal. If you have one parent that is AB and the other parent that is AB, and they find out that their child is O, we got a problem. That doesn't happen in this scenario. There's not a possibility of it. This is when you might want to go back to earlier when we talked about the milkman. Okay? And there might be even a bigger screw up than that. Because if you take this out, let's see if I can do this here. All right. Let's say AB with O. All right. You have AO, BO. You have AO. You have BO. There's still no possibility of having an O child. So if you are AB and your other person, your spouse, is O, and your child comes out O, we got a problem again. Because remember, if any other letter shows other than O, you are no mo and O. You are whatever that other letter is. Okay? This one will show as an A. This one's going to show as a B. Here's a B. Here's an A. There is no O that shows. That's not a possibility. Okay? All right. Now, this same scenario, you can use this same. I told you I was going to come back to the positive or negative. All right? So, I'm going to use a little different symbols. And the symbol I'm going to use for a positive person, again, there are two alleles that are passed. All right? Now, somebody that is a positive, they can either be D, okay, or D lowercase d, okay? That is going to show as a positive, like the A-O. You have the double I don't know, I was going to relate it to pizza, but it wasn't coming to me. You have, you have double D's, or you have a capital D and a lowercase d, okay? Somebody who is negative, the only thing they can be is lowercase d, lowercase d. All right, that's the only thing that they pass. Because remember, if they have anything else, it's going to be a positive. All right, if they have any capital D in here, it's positive, and that's what's going to show. Now, let me show you how this works. All right, if you have, I think you can see down here, if you have a plus sign, all right, you have a plus sign, and you try to put a negative in a plus sign, well, you still have a plus sign. It didn't change. But if you have a negative sign and you try to put a positive sign in that negative sign, oh, you can now see it. Okay? So you can give negative blood to somebody that's positive, but you cannot give positive blood to somebody negative. This causes a reaction because you cannot hide the negative or the positive inside the negative, but you can hide the negative symbol inside the positive symbol. It doesn't change what the symbol looks like. Okay, again, because they can be this. All right, so let's look at this. We have this person, and let's say we have somebody that's negative. Okay, so let's cross them. You have D, lowercase d, capital D, lowercase d, capital D, lowercase d, and capital D, lowercase d. 100% of the offspring are going to show positive. All right? There's no variance there, every one of them, but they have the possibility of sending the negative, the lowercase d, to their offspring. All right? Because that is now part of their genetic makeup. All right? So if we change this to DD, well, that's going to change this child to negative and change this child also to negative. So you have a 50-50 shot of having a child that's positive and a child that is negative. Okay, because you're passing this. This person can only pass negative. This person's going to be a positive, and the only way to know that they're carrying this set of alleles is that you end up with a child that is negative. Okay, I hope that helps. Again, if this is a negative person and a negative person, well, same thing applies. The only thing anybody can pass is negative. You have 100% offspring that has negative blood. All right. Now, the negative doesn't have anything to do with ABO. The way this works is you have somebody, and this is the way you'll see it. Okay. You'll hear somebody say, well, I am A positive, or I am B negative. All right. Basically what that is, if this person here is B negative, their B antigen is showing. Okay, that allele is what's showing out in the test, and they're not detecting the antigen for the D, for the capital D, which is the positive. All right. In other words, this is what they're going to look like. All right. They have this for their negative. And again, you can give a positive person positive blood. You can give a positive person negative blood, but you cannot give a negative person positive blood because you can't just for visual effect, you cannot hide this symbol inside that symbol. It won't work. All right, it's going to show that there's an issue. All right. Now, the next one I'm going to do from this is I'm going to explain, you heard me say antigens. Antigens were actually on the red cell, which determines and which tells what blood type. So when they're testing you, they use a little solution to see what blood type it is. Whether, and I know this may sound a strange wording for you, but whether there is clumping or whether it is smooth. And I'll actually go into that in the next episode to teach you. You've heard people getting packed red blood cells, and you've heard of people getting plasma, and what the difference actually is and why it is, okay, and who can actually get what. But as for my question that I was asked, Tammy, I'm A, my husband's O, what kind of offspring can we have? The Punnett square is a great way to figure that out. If you're A, you can either be AA, double pepperoni pizza, or AO, single pepperoni pizza, to give you a little visual. O can only be OO, and that's all they can pass. All right, so yes, you do have a possibility if somebody is AO, that yes, your offspring can be OO. So I hope this helps. Check out the next episode to find out the difference between packed red blood cells, plasma, and why you have to be very careful to give plasma to the correct person. We'll get into antigens and antibodies, and you don't want them to do this. Otherwise, well, you can cause some major issues and possibly even death. Thank you. And again, I'm Tammy the Tutor, and I hope this has helped. Bye.